Alright, just one last step. So you get the entire project done and you see you want to invest or not invest, and it's all great and wonderful. And so you decide, oh, well, what do I do now? I want to go ahead and take in my project and go ahead and show my boss, see what he thinks. Cool. How do you do it? Well, boss for some reason doesn't have his computer, or in the event that he doesn't have his computer you want to have a paper copy, so you better consider printing it. And that's why I say print preview. Oh, okay, excellent, looking good, blank page, and this extra just hanging off. Oh wow, that's cut off there. Oh, okay, well, this looks alright, but oh, it looks like taxable income could be put in its own separate area, and maybe I want to go and put the small apartment information on its own separate page. I wonder what I can do about this. Now, what I'm going to do is show you what it is that you can do. These dotted lines here, you can see this is showing where the page cutoffs are. So what you could do is drag this down if you want, and now voila, you've got a way to adjust your pages. And now you go to print and all of a sudden, oh well, all this stuff ends up on a different page. So now go to print again, print preview. Okay, didn't move. Ha. Well, that's not cool. I thought I could just adjust it the simple way. Well, this isn't good at all. What you can do then is the right way of getting things on its own page. Now, you can insert page breaks. That's always an option. It's just one method, but with an Excel sheet, it's a whole other idea, it's a whole other message, and honestly, it's probably not worth it. If you want, you can do a header and a footer, which that's not necessarily a bad idea, but you know, if you put your name in the actual sheet, it might not be a huge deal. You know, a lot of times a header and footer you might do if you want to go and get as much as you can on the page from the actual Excel document. Again, I'm just showing you how you can do it if you choose to. What I'm going to recommend though is to just put a break while you're in that header footer view. It's not that hard. Right here. So just insert page break. And beautiful. Now you have it on a separate page. You can go down, look, and maybe it's not as good as it could be, so you know, what do? Maybe you shrink that a little bit. See if you can maybe get capital gain on the same page. Well, maybe you can't, and so then you go and look at this and you try and take out this big space and see, alright, how about now? So then you get capital gain on there, and then you got your capital gain tax on the next page, and then the decision criteria. Oh, well, that still looks kind of tacky, so we're going to go into Home, and I'm first going to show you views. There's the page layout, the page break preview, and the normal. You're going to get a dialog box here, possibility. You can adjust where your page breaks are by clicking and dragging them with your mouse. Cool, awesome. You know, that might be a really great way to just do it, figure it out, you know. Oh, I want to make sure all this stuff is on the same page, so okay, beautiful. Now you've got everything on page 2 that you wanted on page 2. You got everything on page 1 that you want on page 1. Excellent. You know, this, keep in mind, is probably going to be pretty small, so you know that can be a pain or a hindrance. What I want to show you is this last step, just putting this stuff in a new sheet. Highlight, Control C, go to a new sheet, or rather Control X, and that'll just cut it out. So then you paste it here. You go ahead, highlight all these, double click, and you can see how that's a little bit awkward looking. So if you just merge these, merge and center it, bring it back to left align, and then redo that first section. Beautiful. Decision criteria, initial equity, investment. You have all of the information. It's nice, neat, beautiful. And you could name your sheet Decision Criteria. Beautiful. Name your sheet 1. Data and calculations. Now, it's not a bad idea to go review, check your spelling, continue checking the rest. Go ahead, change. Okay. Decision criteria. You might want to go do a page print preview because there's a good chance you're going to have the same issue you did before. How to solve that? I'm going to recommend the orientation to be landscape. And it's a simple way. Do your print preview. Pretty nice. 1 page. Now keep in mind, you do want to look at this, and you can see here that it appears it's not working as well as it could, so consider merging and centering it on 2 sets of cells, and it doesn't wrap around, so you might consider doing an Alt-Enter, and you can actually do it right in here as so. And if you do, hit enter again, it didn't go and put 1 in for the negative choice, so then go ahead, do that again, Alt Enter, and it did not work. See, a lot of things with Excel, cast and check. If that doesn't work, end of the day, just leave it. Don't merge and center it at all. And now if you go to your print preview, it works perfectly. So that's always a possibility if the other choice doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that's about all I can give you for the most part without getting into a lot of different little details. Again, there are certain equations that used a specific type of loan or type for the interest or this or that. For example, if we look at the less interest section, there was a section in the formula that asks for the type of loan, and if it's a 0 or end of month payment, then you would want to specify that somewhere, and if it's a 1 or beginning of month payment, you'd want to specify that somewhere. And you could opt to put in a cell somewhere and say beginning or end, and then put in 1 or 0. It's just one little thing that you could add, but one thing that if you don't think about it offhand, it can make a big difference in your payments and how much you pay over the course of the loan. So, just one more thing to take in and put in your document, make it more complete, more exact. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video series. Have a good day.